taking talk radio where it has never gone before. New vistas, new voices, new views, new visions, new victories. We're KBLA Talk 1580, and we're taking public media black.
I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff?
The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss it. Is there something wrong with that?
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my nip.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
Zoe Williams,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason.
Tone Talks brings to you the difference between black wealth and white wealth explained in less than 2 minutes. In America, we think that we understand race, wealth, and how the two intertwine. We believe in a sharing of wealth among the races that largely does not exist. The truth is, by the data, there are really hardly any blacks that are millionaires in the United States, and whites largely own almost all of the personal wealth in the country. According to demos.org, white America owns 90% of the national wealth, with the top 50% of white families holding 88% of all of America's personal wealth in their bank accounts. Despite having billionaire Oprah Winfrey, of the 14 million black families, less than a few 100,000 of these households are worth more than $1 million, and that number is shrinking. While at the same time, over 8.5 million white families are worth more than $1 million. Adding to this, almost all of the 540 American billionaires are white as well. In fact, according to a report by Credit Suisse, to be in the top 5% of black families, you only need to be worth $356,000, including your house. All while just the top few hundred white American families are worth more than all of black America combined. Subscribe to learn more at tonetalks.org.
Whoa. Oh my God, what do y'all think about that? This is heavy. Hour number 2. Tyler Perry, was he right? There's a toxic gender war going on. And I want to know how we can fix it. We got callers on the line from all over the country. I want to bring them in. Who's been on the longest? Sean, Oakland, California. Get in here.
Brother, so first of all, I know most of your listeners know I'm white, but I have to say that because you might have new listeners chiming in. Hey, look, the first thing I want to say about this is that don't ever let any state in the United States of America try to keep people from reading books about your history. Number one, we have to understand our history, and especially black history, before we can even comment on this guy's state of view. And by the way, if a black woman, if you know history of black women or black people, period, wow. If a black woman is doing well in the economy and making tons of money, unbelievable. That is a rare thing, and go with it, ladies. Take it to the highest mountain you can take it. But I get it, because black men, it isn't so easy. And I can't imagine the conversations because I'm a white guy, but I empathize, and I also think about these things because you are my community, you are my people, you are me. I don't look at this stuff like, everyone just lift themselves up by the bootstrap. No, that's not how this thing works. Systemic racism is real, and we need to understand our history as white people, and I always have said, Zoe, you know, if you got people in your family that are racist and not anti-racist, kick them out. I'm straight up with that. Because why are they in your family? Oh, that's just Uncle Joe. No. I'm saying, you know, support everyone who's doing well in your community. And yes, black women, oh my goodness, women in general, if you're kicking that booty, kicking that ass, keep doing it financially. But, you know, black men, I have to tell you, there's a big middle class, but they need to keep working hard in this crazy system in our country, brother. It's not easy.
Hey, man, we appreciate the call. Thank you for your opinion, your perspective. The phone lines are open for anybody to share their thoughts. This is a non-judgmental space. Get in here and talk to us. Was Tyler Perry right? A lot of people are heated. The conversation is all over the internet. I know it took me a second to get to it, but again, I needed to get to it. As Sean was just talking about, historical economic injustices such as redlining cast long shadows over African American relationships today. These practices denied black families access to housing and economic opportunities, contributing to present-day disparities in wealth and opportunities. Understanding this history is crucial for addressing current challenges. To navigate these socio-economic challenges, African American couples can benefit from a range of strategies and support systems. These include financial literacy education, mental health services tailored to their needs, mentorship programs, and community incentives that promote economic empowerment and representation. Oh, man, this is heavy. This is heavy. A lot of people want to talk. The relationships are a little bit broken because in this society, money is king, baby. Money. Brother, let me just tell you something, brother. Let's just be honest. Can we just be honest? And if you disagree with what I'm about to say, please call in and share your thoughts. But just as a passive observer. No, I'm not a passive observer. I'm a black man. Born in the Southeast, Chattanooga, Tennessee, man. Listen, you got to have bread if you want to be respected. That's what I know, just growing up. You could be cute, you could be all that. When they find out you dusty and broke, boys, you got a short rope on you now. You need some money. I'm sorry. Andy is upset right now. This whole show has triggered Andy. Andy, get in here. What are you...
I'm not upset. I just want to share an observation. So I don't know if it was earlier this week, maybe Monday, Tuesday, maybe sometime last week. We was bigging up Texas, right?
Yeah.
Texas was holding it down.
Yes.
What you see on the phone thing right now?
I see Los Angeles in the building. L.A. is holding it down.
You think I know why?
Why?
This topic touches everybody here in California just a little bit different.
I got you. Yeah.
So I just wanted to make that observation, man. It's
that.
rough out here in Cali.
Hey, it's rough. Ladies and gentlemen, we got callers from all over the country, but Cali, specifically Los Angeles, is in the house. Up, there goes Seymour. Seymour 67 says, Cap, she's calling Cap on my statement. She says, there are plenty of black women dealing with broke men, Zoe, trying to motivate and inspire them. Agree or disagree with Seymour 67 in the chat. Please call us, brothers, if you agree or disagree. 1-800-920-1580. Let's get it go. Let's go. We got callers from everywhere. Let's get them in here. Brianna from Los Angeles, talk to me.
Hey, Zoe. First, I want to address C's comment real quick. I agree and I disagree. I do agree there are plenty of black women dealing with broke men. What I don't agree with is the part about trying to motivate and inspire them. I know a lot of black women with black men that are degrading them and putting them down and making them feel like crap because they're not able to provide financially. I do know plenty of that, but the inspiring part, I don't know. As far as Tyler Perry's statement, he is absolutely correct 100%. And I am no Tyler Perry fan, but that's a different conversation for a different day. But on this topic, he was absolutely right.
Go into it. Go into it. Why do you think?
Anybody who disagrees with what he's saying didn't listen to what he actually said. Basically, what this man said is, don't let others tell you what your relationship should be. If the woman is okay with the circumstances of, oh, he just pays the light bill, then that is okay. That's all he said. Secondly, I want to debunk this myth. Black women aren't making money the way that society perpetuates, okay? Black women are a willing pawn at this point. They use black women to say, oh, we're the most educated. Oh, we're this, we're that. At the end of the day, like you pointed out in Antonio Moore's video, we are at the same economically. We are at the same in wealth position. It's not all about your income. Where do you come from? Yes, you can have a degree, but do you come with $200,000 in student loans? Do you come with family trauma? Do you come with kids out of wedlock? We're not counting all the things that are factors outside of money. Thirdly, I'm tired of this stereotype of painting black men as if they're just a wallet. Black men are so much more than a wallet in their bodies, okay? A man can provide so much more to a relationship than what's in his pocket, and that's what Tyler said. He said if it is a good man providing other things, if he is a man in every other way, finances is only one part. Fourthly, I want to say black women need to get more experience in life. Any black woman that is a grown woman and you are solely focused on money, you are lost. And that shows that you ain't never dated somebody with money. You're talking to somebody on the phone that is very high value woman. I've dated millionaires. I've dated men that probably make $35K a year. It does not matter. When you reach a certain level of experience, you know that money is only one element of a man. I've dated men that make $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 a year that are terrible in every other aspect of being a man. Don't know how to do nothing, don't know how to protect, don't know how to cover, don't know how to love, to be intimate. They don't know anything but work, how to make that money. That's what they know. They don't know nothing else. But I know men that are very regular, make a very modest living. And they are men all the way around, and that's what we love. When are we going to get back to that? That's what it's all about. That's what Tyler was saying, not this money. And guess what? I'm going to end here. One of the biggest ways that black women went wrong, black women should be advocating for more opportunities for black men, like that first caller just said. Because what did white supremacy do? They elevated black women. There's this episode of Good Times where Florida got a job over James. That's what they did. They elevated black women to where you could get educated, to where you could start your businesses, and they left your men behind, and now you're mad. No, you have to fight. You need to take this power from white supremacy, because guess what? There's only so much power, right? They gave it to you and took it from your men. It's your job to extract it from other places and pour it back into your men to where y'all can be equal. It's not his fault that they didn't give you the same chances or give him the same chances that they gave you. They're not giving black men all these business loans and scholarships like they're giving you. That's the only reason you're able to pass by. And you're barely doing that. Why? Because all I do is see women on Instagram begging for Cash App. So if you were really making that money, you wouldn't be asking for money anyways, right? It wouldn't matter who you dated. If you really had the bag like that, you could go get with a homeless man, right? That's how it should be. But that's not what we do, right? We wanted to make all this money, take power away from our men, because we would rather be more freed from the oppression of black men than the oppression of white supremacy. That's our focus as black women. We don't care about white supremacy and fighting the white man. We want to be freed from our black man.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Hallelujah.
Sorry.
Yes. Whoa! Brianna from Los Angeles. We saved the best for last. Oh, Lord. We appreciate the call, Brianna. You know you got a seat at the table anytime you want to call in. Thank you for the call. We appreciate it. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. Do you agree with her? Do you disagree with her? Were there parts that you said, yeah, I can see that? Were there other parts where you said, no, that's wrong? I want to know what you think. 1-800-920-1580. Get in here.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Mom's early Alzheimer's diagnosis was hard to take.
And when I left the oven on, we decided together that it was time to see a doctor and make a plan.
Early detection gave us more time to seek out information and support as a family.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. For more information, visit alz.org/time-to-talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
1 in 4 Americans today are living with a disability. I'm one of them. People with disabilities are extremely talented, resilient problem solvers that have so much to offer. And we've got a trusted ally on our side, an organization we can rely on, Easter Seals. Easter Seals is leading the way to full equity, inclusion, and access to healthcare, employment, and education for people with disabilities, families, and communities. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours.
Learn more and get involved at easterseals.com.
If you're a veteran with a service-connected disability that is directly impacting your ability to work, resources are available to help you find employment. VA's Veteran Readiness and Employment, or VR&E, can assist you with finding a job that uses your existing skills. Or, if you're interested in exploring a new field, a VR&E counselor can help you determine the right education or training options for a new career. Find out if VR&E is right for you by visiting va.gov/VRE today.
Turning my pain into purpose is pretty much what I have done to start this foundation.
In August 2020, after the death of George Floyd, Bridget Floyd and other family members established the George Floyd Memorial Foundation in support of the Black community.
It's going to take more than just us as a foundation. It's going to take the community, the world, to make a change.
Fight for racial justice for the Black community. Learn how at lovehasnolabels.com. Brought to you by Love Has No Labels and the Ad Council.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 joins you in standing for voting rights. When We All Vote is a leading national nonpartisan initiative on a mission to change the culture around voting and to increase participation in each and every election by helping to close the race and age gap. Created by Michelle Obama, When We All Vote brings together individuals, institutions, brands, and organizations to register new voters across the country and advance civic education for the entire family and voters of every age to build an informed and engaged electorate for today and generations to come. When We All Vote empowers their supporters and volunteers to take action through voting, advocating for their rights, and holding their elected officials accountable. Please visit whenweallvote.org to stand up for your rights, voting rights. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
I know it's not too ghetto. I know it's not too ghetto. I said I know it's not too ghetto. You better check yourself, respect yourself. You better go for some because I flow for some. I'll tell you why there's no love. Simply you're not cool enough for what we have between us. Don't you know you lost my trust? Yeah, where you been? And I tell them where
Twist your neck. Hey. The voice of reason is on fire tonight. Everybody talking about Tyler Perry. Was he right? Sister called in, got us tight tonight. Everybody tight from the sister. The chat room is on complete fire right now. After Sister Bree came in here and just lit this thing up. Do you agree with her? Do you disagree with her? Her talking points. Was Tyler Perry right? Where does this gender war come from? Is it social media? Is all the systemic racism, all of the stuff that's happening right now? I need to know your opinion. Was he right or wrong? It doesn't matter what I think tonight, but was he right or wrong? Q from Los Angeles, get in here. Tell me what you think.
My brother.
Yes.
The sister said it all. The sister settled all the issue.
She settled
it.
Huh? She said it all.
She settled it. Yeah, she said it all. And she's right. And Tyler Perry is absolutely right. She is absolutely right. You know, some of these sisters have set up a standard so high that they themselves cannot meet those standards. They mirror their lives to that of other ethnic groups, like white people and stuff like that. So I have there's a beautiful brother, and he was dealing with this sister. The sister cut the relationship off simply because the brother don't own a house. And this brother is a very good brother who does whatever he can for her, cooks for her. You know, and now she has to break the relationship because the brother don't own a house. You know, these kind of practices has been going on for a long time. When a brother and a sister goes to look for a job, they both have the same experience, the same qualification. They will give the job to the sister and reject the brother. And so this has got to the point today the sisters are looking down on the brother, that the brother don't have this, the brother don't have that. This transactional relationship that you speak very profoundly of is heavily practiced by the sisters, you know. And the survivor, I always say this, the survival and the destruction of the black man is always through the black woman.
Ooh. Hey, and I'm going to tell you why. I hear what he's saying. I'm going to tell you, read the Willie Lynch letter again. Because it specifically talks about pitting the black woman against the black man.
The black man.
It says that.
It still practices today. You know? And the sisters don't seem to realize that they are playing into the hands of the white society. They've turned the sisters against the brothers. You know? And it's so sad that and they are condemning the black man, that the black man is this, black man is that. You know? And they themselves, when was the last time you heard a brother say, I'm not going to date this sister because the sister is poor? Brothers don't do that.
No, we don't do that. No.
We don't do that, but the sisters do things like that.
I would say brothers from our generation, like, man, I think it's a generational thing, because some brothers be like, you going half on the rent? You going half on our car? There's brothers out there that's on some. I'm just saying, it's some of them out there.
But we're talking about majority of the cases.
Right.
Cases. You know, so to all the sisters out there, like the sister before said, cherish the black man, because without the black man, you are nobody.
Brother,
you know,
Brother Q.
Black woman wants to, yes, my brother.
I just
want to make this last
make
point.
It quick, brother, because we got a bunch of calls. Yes.
You see, I always say this. Black woman wants love, but black woman don't want to be loved.
Ooh.
I envy that.
Ooh, what? Now you can't end it there. Explain that, brother. You got to. They want love. They don't want to be loved. What does that mean?
They don't want to be loved. What? It mean what it means is this: a brother comes with her with his heart, wanting to love her. She put the brother through all kinds of changes. You know.
Hey, that sounds like another Q. That sounds like another show. But let me just say this, man. I appreciate the call. Thank you for the insight. He brought Los Angeles is dominating the board tonight. 1-800-920-1580. Let me just say this really quickly. We live in a society where we definitely teamwork has to be, the hallmark of a healthy relationship, whether it comes to healing, whether it comes to financial situations. We definitely have to be a team. I played those clips from Antonio Moore talking about the wealth gap just to show you how huge the wealth gap is. And a lot of times people want to go back to this traditional notion of the man does everything. Well, the reality of it is if we're going to be upwardly mobile in our society, we're going to have to work together in a myriad of different ways, right? In a multifaceted approach. And finance is one of those things, right? But at the same time, I do believe in the agency of black men. See, you don't get to say in one breath, we kings from Africa, and then start acting like a baby when you get hit with difficult obstacles in this society. Don't talk about your African ancestry and I was a king in Nigeria. Okay, then king up. King up, brother. I want you to king up, right? Because a lot of times, man, you can't just claim one thing and then not actualize it in your life. And if you're actualizing failure, if you're actualizing they got a target on my back, if you're speaking all this into existence, that's the kind of life you're going to have. I believe in the agency of black men, just like I believe in the agency of black women. And when black men and women come together and get on the same page, we're basically unstoppable. A sister, I think this is a sister in a chat room by the name Pisces Light says, sounds like how mothers on the plantation used to play down their son's ability. Oh, massa, he ain't smart. He can't do much work. He's not fast enough. I help him because he ain't smart. And again, a lot of times, what we do baby them boys sometimes. Sometimes the boys get a little babied. No more babying now. Step up. Step up. Dream, brother. Dreaming ain't soft. Dream and then go after it and then put the work in it. You understand what I'm saying? I'm hot tonight. The phone lines is crazy. I gotta go. But when I come back, when I come forward, we got something special for you.
He's on fire tonight. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Doug Davis with the latest from the Black Information Network. The United Auto Workers strike against the big three U.S. automakers is now on day 7. Tomorrow is the deadline set by UAW President Shawn Fain that we'll see more workers heading to the picket lines if progress is not made. Nearly 13,000 auto workers remain on strike at 3 plants. Baltimore City is honoring a Native Award-winning Broadway actor. Black Mayor Brandon Scott joined other city and state officials in the renaming of the 1800 block of North Division Street in honor of Andre DeShields. The 77-year-old DeShields has won numerous accolades, including Tony, Grammy, and Emmy Awards. In Alabama, the Montgomery Smooth Jazz Fest returns to Riverwalk Amphitheater for a second year. The event is this Friday and Saturday. The lineup includes Alex Bugnon, Marion Meadows, Raheem Devon, Music Soul Child, and The Whispers. And that is the latest. I'm Doug Davis from the Black Information Network and BINnews.com.
Need an accident attorney by your side? All you got to do is call the accident guys.
Injured in a car accident or at work?
Call the Accident Guys to speak with a real expert attorney for a free consultation.
We boldly go where no man has gone before.
Boldly taking talk radio where it has never gone before. New vistas, new voices, new views, new visions, new victories. We're KBLA Talk 1580, and we're taking public media black. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 joins you in standing for education as a right, not a privilege. Charles R. Drew University of Medicine and Science is a private, non-profit, community-founded, student-centered university committed to cultivating diverse health profession leaders who are dedicated to social justice and health equity for underserved populations. CDU does this through outstanding education, clinical service, and community engagement. Recently, Charles Drew University made history by opening only the 5th medical school at an historically black university. Congratulations, South LA, and congratulations to the Dean of the medical school, Dr. Deborah Protho-Stith. CDU is now training doctors and providing $90 million in annual economic benefit to Watts and surrounding neighborhoods. To apply for medical school, get more information, or sign your child up for the Junior Doctors Saturday School program, visit cdrewu.edu. That's cdrewu.edu. At KBLA, we are dedicated to equity in education and ending healthcare apartheid, and we don't black down. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Dominique DePrima. We can all fall into the trap of mindlessly spending sometimes. I know I do it. But one tip for staying on track is when you have an impromptu purchase that comes up, try making a habit of taking a quick look at your bank account balance before you buy it. It's not just about seeing how much you have in your checking account. Just looking at your account might put the urge to make that impulse purchase into perspective and help you make better choices that'll benefit you for the long term. Whatever your financial goals, U.S. Bank Access Commitment Initiatives can help support you in reaching them. Access your financial goals at usbank.com/access. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
Tired of being locked out of job opportunities and shut down by systemic racism? KBLA stands with you in fighting for the rights of black workers, and we don't black down. The Los Angeles Black Workers Center is a dynamic alliance of workers, organized labor, community-based organizations, clergy, students, and scholars, working collectively to improve the position of the black working class. The LA Black Workers Center takes a comprehensive approach to addressing the black jobs crisis. Their programs promote access to quality jobs, racial equity in hiring and retention, discrimination-free job sites, and they prepare black workers for employment in high-wage, career-track jobs. The Black Workers Center supports workers who need help protecting their rights on the job. They give workers access to quality jobs and remove systemic barriers to employment. To sign up for free career readiness training, get involved in organizing around anti-discrimination, learn about union apprenticeship programs, or sign on to a trade registry, please visit www.lablackworkerscenter.org. That's lablackworkerscenter.org. Together, we can beat the black jobs crisis. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Anyone can choose to make a difference. You can help people succeed, rebuild after disasters, protect the environment, or feed the hungry. Not only will you make a difference for others, but for yourself. You can earn money for college, learn career skills, and make friendships that last a lifetime. Make a difference. Choose your future. Choose America.
If you're like me, 60 and retired, making ends meet, especially here at the supermarket and drugstore, is tough. I'm so blessed to have found benefitscheckup.org. It's a free and confidential website from the National Council on Aging that connected me to $1,200 a year in programs that help pay for food, medicine, utilities, and more. Maybe it can help you. benefitscheckup.org.
You're listening to the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm calling you up. 'Cause I need a love doctor, and I need it right away.
I got this two-timing chick who got her revenge from when I was on my two-time tip. And even when I tried to correct it, she couldn't get past how she was disrespected, neglected my effort, a pair with no trust, dirty games and affairs that been tearing us up. If things ain't picture perfect, is it really worth it? I have an idea, but I need to know for certain.
I'm calling you up, I'm calling you up. 'Cause I need a love doctor, and I need it right away. I'm calling you up, I'm calling you up. 'Cause I need to hear the doctor's voice to breeze
A lot of women, especially black women, and I might get in trouble for saying this, but I will. In our society right now, black women are making a lot more money for the most part than black men, right? There are a lot of black men who are successful, but for the most part, black women are making the money. So if you can find love, if that man works, at whatever job and is a good man and is good to you and honors the house and honors his wife and does what he can, because his gift may not be your gift.
Exactly.
That is okay. That's not somebody who's beneath you.
Yeah.
That's somebody who came to love you at your worth, right?
Yes.
And as long as he's secure in himself to know that, yep, she makes most of the money, all I can pay is the light bill, as long as she's comfortable enough to say, I'm gonna cover the mortgage and all the other stuff, you've handled the light bill, baby, you can take me to dinner every now and then, that is fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
For the first time in my life, it seems as though I'm aligning myself with Tyler Perry. The only movie that I ever really cared for that Tyler Perry produced, and this is no shade on him as a businessman and as a person that has built up a community. I think that Tyler Perry should be celebrated for his business acumen, for continuing to put money in people's pocket, for building a studio down in Atlanta, for accomplishing the things that he's accomplished, and growing his business based off of his own hard work and things like that versus asking for a handout. I think that Tyler Perry is a great businessman. When it comes to cultural significance, I think that Tyler Perry, I'm not really sure that, you know what I'm saying, I align with the putting on the dresses.
Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of reason back in the building. Man, this is a heavy topic, and I really love the fact that, people are calling and sharing their opinions from all over the country. There's a young lady in the chat that's on fire. Pisces Light. She says, loving our men like infants is counterproductive. Loving on our men as he taps into his potential, activates his gifts, and full knowledge of self is a lot harder for black women than many can admit. She laying it out. She laying it out. She laying it out flat. Andy is upset tonight. Andy like, what? Really?
Zoe, you provided an example during the break. I'm sure folks in the chat, was able to, hear what you had to say. I guess I'm just a little bit confused, not the word, but I guess I'm just taken aback by it being difficult. Because does the difficulty come from a space of maybe it's not what they naturally do? You know what I'm saying? Or you don't, because a simple form of support, right? It could just be like a suggestion about something that you're already doing. You know what I mean? You're not coddling the man.
But let's flip it another way. See, this is why I say we live in a toxic society, right? I'm going to get to the callers. I'm going to Mimi from Jacksonville as soon as I make this point. We live in a toxic society. You've heard me say this on numerous occasions. What makes this society toxic? Well, there's some warning signs, right? This is a disrespectful society, right? Yeah, this is a disrespectful society. It doesn't take you long to see signs of disrespect. This is a disrespectful society, the way we treat each other, the way we communicate. And I'm saying in general, not absolutely, but I would say there's far more disrespect than there is respect. Okay? This is a non-inclusive society. Wait. Because some people would argue the disrespect piece. Well, if you have a non-inclusive society, then somebody's being Okay. Okay. Inclusion is a part of respect. I respect your skills. I respect you as a people. I respect your culture. Inclusion is a part of respect, right? And I'm not talking about, oh, let's pick and, we're going to pick and pop which pieces we want to include. No. Inclusion, right? So, again, non-inclusion, part of, the problem in this society, right? Oh, let's go even deeper. Unethical. Somebody want to argue that America? So we're gonna argue that America is ethical. Who's gonna argue that? Okay, cool. Nobody's arguing. Call me if you disagree. If you disagree, call in. Listen, I'm not trying to prove anything. I'm just pointing out things. Unethical, right? That's another. Cutthroat. Oh yeah, America not cutthroat. Do you know these renters out here couldn't wait until that mandate or that moratorium was lifted so they could start evicting people after COVID? Oh, so the government money ran out? The PPPs and the SBA and all that. That's ran out? Oh, ain't no more money? Get out. Cutthroat. Care if you live on the street. Abusive. America not abusive? Ask George Floyd's family. America's not abusive? Ask Oscar Grant's family. America not okay, cool. All right. Then it takes me back to Krishnamurti. Right? It is no measure of health to be fully integrated into a toxic society. Okay, fine. And then the people on the lowest rung of society, right? Supposed to have healthy relationships. Well, if the slave could make it work, how come you can't and you got more resources than the slave? 1-800-920-15. I guess the slaves were forced to be together. Okay. Let's get these callers in here. They've been waiting. Mimi from Jacksonville, Florida. Get in.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
All right. What are your thoughts?
Let me say this first. I love black men. I love y'all. I encourage black men, sometimes to the point where I sacrifice myself. So I don't agree with Tyler Perry. I like his movies. He's a great businessman, entrepreneur, built himself up, all of that. I don't agree with Tyler Perry. It's always, since I can remember, it's been the same narrative for black women. If he's a good man, he's morally together, mind, body, and soul, that's great. I love that. I'm for that. But we're always told we have to settle for less, financially and in other ways. But no other woman walking on the face of the earth of another race, creed, or color has ever been told that narrative, ever. Ever. Ever.
Mimi,
and it's frustrating.
Can I ask one question?
Yes.
When is it considered settling when he's good?
I said if he's good, morals, all of that. Okay. Listen, if I'm paying a $3,500 mortgage and the homeowner's insurance and the car notes and the groceries and the prescriptions and everything else, and he's paying a $100 light bill every month, you tell me, when is good ever settling?
I would just ask, so money determines if he's good or not?
No, it's a $3,500 mortgage and the homeowner's insurance and the groceries and the prescriptions and clothing and underwear and food, and he's paying a $100 light bill every month. Is that fair? That's not fair. White women don't have to do that. Asian women don't have to do that. Hispanic women don't have to do that. But black women, if he's a good man, he's kind, he's sweet. I love that. but we don't make as much money as y'all say we do. Yes, we do have degrees, but there are a lot of black men that have degrees, but sometimes they're choosing other races of women. Y'all don't talk about that. Y'all don't talk about these men that are making more money and they're choosing Karen and Becky and Jeannie Mai. Y'all don't talk about that. And I'm not just talking about celebrities. I'm talking about plumbers. I'm talking about electricians. They say, this has been said to me by family members. I don't care if she is a good black woman. If she works for Walmart, I'm not dating her. I don't care how fine she is. If she works at an ice cream shop, I'm not dating her. Why come y'all don't talk about that?
Mimi, I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for the insight. You brought Jacksonville, Florida in the building. You want to bring your city into this national discussion. Now's the time to do it. 1-800-920-1580. Who's been on the longest? JW, South Central, Los Angeles, strong tonight. Get in here.
Hey, my brother, I was triggered by the other older lady that was talking about the King issue, and then I really loved the conversation by the young lady that really came correct about all the qualities that men do have and don't fall into the false narrative in terms of society, how we've been conditioned, blah, blah, blah. But I'm going to fast forward to Mimi. I agree with her because, you know, people want somebody that could be an asset and not a liability. But I believe you should put your priorities in the proper perspective. And if you're capable, like some other callers made a comment about, if they can afford having this man as a liability, and they make enough money and you love him, that should be your priority. And that's just natural and normal because all human beings, you got to value human beings because God created human beings. So if he values them, we should value them. And in reference to value, you got to think about how the family unit was of value. Society has flipped the culture to where, in terms of being able to purchase and have a lot of money, and monetary system is more valued than the family unit. And everybody has a quality and has something to offer. And I will go into detail, but I know time is short and you might want another call in. But I just wanted to just put that perspective out. So I agree with very different callers. But the main thing is we have to stick together as a unit because we will be annihilated in terms of not being able to unite together, and our culture will not exist in the future because we're going to be dividing each other. Willie Lynch.
That's right.
Words.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
God bless.
JW, South Central in the building. Let's keep it pushing. When we come forward, I'm talking to Daryl from Los Angeles, and of course, Heru Ali, Battle Creek, Michigan returns.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
Did you know addiction to drugs like meth or cocaine is a disease and not a choice? But getting help is. If you have stimulant use disorder, you, your family, and friends may have a lot of questions, including where to start. Choose Change California can help. Make a change today and find a proven treatment option for you at ChooseChangeCA.org.
Hi, this is LA City Councilman Curran Price, inviting you to the 28th Annual Central Avenue Jazz Fest on September the 23rd from 11 to 7 p.m. For nearly 3 decades, the Central Avenue Jazz Festival has paid homage to the legendary Central Avenue and its influence on jazz history. Jazz, blues, and Latin jazz will be featured on 3 stages of music. Co-headlining are Hubert Laws with special guest Eloise Laws and the Billy Childs Quartet featuring Sean Jones. The day includes plenty of food, merchants, and 4 pavilions focused on youth programming, art, health and wellness, and public resources. Parking is limited, so Metro and rideshare are recommended. Hubert Laws with special guests Eloise Laws and the Billy Childs Quartet featuring Sean Jones. The day includes plenty of food, merchants, and 4 pavilions focused on youth programming, art, health and wellness, and public resources. For more information, visit CentralAveJazzFest.com. CentralAveJazzFest.com. See you on the 23rd.
Joey from Vermont, a farmer trying to get through the winter. Adriana from South Carolina, a single mother living paycheck to paycheck. Liam from Ohio, an injured father struggling to provide for his family. Hi, I'm Shanola Hampton, And I support the Feeding America network of food banks because they help provide over 6 billion meals to people in need each year. Learn more at feedingamerica.org.
You know you want some more. More. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
And you know where to find me. Driving down the highway, girl is behind me. Jogging blindly, no need to remind me who I am. I know you know me. Stop screaming and pointing and yelling, I'm low key. No, I ain't got no time for a picture, but slide your number and I get with you. You want to ride, you shouldn't have said that. You played yourself and I know where your head's at. Drive my car, don't make me laugh. You better settle for an autograph or a hug and a kiss on the cheek, maybe. But I ain't trying to make no baby. Forget all the silly rumors you heard. Here's the deal, so spread the word. No, I ain't got no girlfriend. No, I didn't buy no car. No, I don't have no babies. A lot of ladies, nah, they want money. And I can see them a mile away. And when they push up, I just smile and say, back up off me. Smell the
Y'all better know about Cool Mo D, man. The voice of reason is on fire tonight, man. We turned up. Woo! Cool. Go back to that record. Oh, man. We on fire. Tonight's topic is amazing. Everybody's chiming in from all over the country. I'm excited. Was Tyler Perry right? And people, men and women, have been jumping in, man, all night. So let me get these callers. The person who's been on the longest goes first, but I have to say this. You have to truncate your comment because we're against the clock. So make it short, make it sweet, make it quick. Let's go. Daryl?
Okay, yes, sir. We're gonna condense this down because I've been kind of hot, man. Number one, Tyler Perry, Mr. Perry, has made 95% of his success off of black women. So there ain't no way in the hell he gonna say nothing negative towards the black woman. I don't think he ever said out of his mouth, and pardon me because I didn't hear the full quote, but I don't think he said out of his mouth, hey, ladies, just take any guy that comes that'll sleep with you, and, you know, if you got to take care of him, and, you know, just take care of his ass. He ain't said nothing like that. And that's the only reason anybody should have a problem, because I teach my daughter. I have two daughters. One of them gay. The other one, my youngest one, she's straight. So I teach her, look, you ain't taking care of no guy. No. I mean, if this guy is doing something, if he got a dream in front of him, if he's rowing the boat, he ain't going to just rest on his laurels, not when he come up in here. Nah, you don't do that. I've been making money since I was 8 years old. I have 80% of the women I ever dated, nobody made more money than me. But at the same time, like your sister said before, I don't want to date a girl that, you know, that I got to take care of. I mean, if she's doing something, I'm doing something. She ain't got to be doing as much as me, of course, but she got to be doing something. You don't need no dead weight when you're moving forward, right? So you don't need to carry nobody. And that's what Tyler was talking about. But if the guy ain't making as much as you, and it's a fallacy to believe that a black man or even the black people in general could ever catch up to the white because they got a 400-year head start. Most of their money been made in real estate. That's why back in the 50s, when you can buy a house for $2,000. Okay.
Daryl, you done went on a tangent, Daryl. I told you truncate, and then now we at word 17,000. Now see, but I love you, brother. I appreciate you, man. I'll talk to you next week. Thank you for bringing LA into the building. Let's get my homeboy Haru Ali, Battle Creek, Michigan. Get in here.
Peace and love to the family nations and Andy and everybody. Listen, 100% of nothing is zero. What we not gonna do is
what we not gonna do
is act like that Tyler Perry said something that has not been consistent with all of his movies. Diary of a Mad Black Woman, I Can Do Bad All by Myself, all of that. What's the through line? The through line is they're with high-value men. They're with lawyers, doctors, making millions of dollars. They treat them wrong. They kick them out. They get with white women, all that stuff. And then who was it? His movies has always been about the blue-collar man that would treat you better. Yes, low earning, but would treat you better. And they all ended up with the blue-collar man. So thank you, Mimi, for inspiring me to go in a different direction, because I was going to argue something completely different. We're not going to act like that Tyler Perry has not been consistent with how he became an alleged billionaire, and y'all supported him, but y'all was not conscious, y'all was not symbol literate to know that he was talking about that every woman that wanted the blue-collar man and the lawyer and all that stuff, and stop it. Peace and love to the family of nations. Get out of here. Y'all better stop playing, because 100% of nothing is zero. Because guess what? Even the Christian thing, guess what? There's just some itches that Jesus ain't going to be able to scratch for you in the midnight hour. Peace and love to the family of nation. I'm out.
Hey, that was Haru Ali. Let me just say, this is what I'm talking about. It's a conversation. And the nation showed up tonight to talk. Tyler Perry lit a fire. This is a discussion that should be happening all the time. Yes, Zoe could get philosophical and deep and wax on and wax off, but the show is stronger when you contribute your ideas, because I want to learn too. I want to be pushed. My mindset wants to be changed as well. And like I say all the time, we start the conversation, but you've got to finish it. And you hear me say this too. I say, I'm not right about any of this stuff. I want to learn. But let me just do this really quickly. You know who's coming up next? Oh, I can see her getting ready. I'm looking at her right now. She over there grinning, such a cutie pie. She ready to do her thing. You know what it is? It's RSVP with Jill Monroe. She's going to keep the fire lit. Listen, you guys know my schedule, but what I want you to do, I want everybody to go to Apple Podcasts or Spotify or any of the other podcast platforms, because we're all over them. I want you guys to go there and give your brother a 5-star rating. Can y'all give me a 5-star rating for the shows that we have already laid down? Do you know this is show, 304? This show 304. So listen, I appreciate everybody for tapping in. I'll see y'all next week with another set of slappers. Deuces.
The French kiss, she thinks she's Bo Derek, wear her hair in a twist. My Shetty Amore, to Abel, Mercy, you find it what you giving me. I got this Indian squad, the day that I met her, asked her what tribe she with, red dye or feather. She said all you need to know is I'm not a. And to get with me, you better be cheap, lots of dough. Now that's Spanish chick, French chick, Indian and black. That's fried chicken, curry chicken, damn I'm getting fat. Arroz con pollo, French fries and crepe. An appetite for destruction, but I scrape the plate. I love.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Doug Davis with the latest from the Black Information Network. The United Auto Workers strike against the big three U.S. auto